Welcome to an incredibly M-rated game. Look at all those content warnings. You probably already know what you're in for, though, because this is Hotline Miami. One of the most popular and successful indie games ever, I would say. And if you enjoy the kind of shit that I put out, you are probably familiar with Hotline Miami. It is right up your alley, as it was right up my alley back in 2012 when it first came out. Then I played through the entire game, and my opinions became a little more mixed. I have a complicated relationship with Hotline Miami. In fact, my officially stated stance up to this point has been, quote, "Fuck you, Hotline Miami." We will explain why that is the case. But first, I'll take you on a little journey back to how I first discovered this game. First time I ever saw it was its trailer, which is live action and just depicts a guy in a rabbit mask walking in and out of an elevator, getting increasingly bloody as he does so. Which, as trailers go, it's a very bad sign when a trailer doesn't show any gameplay. Nonetheless, I was immediately sold. Bought the game right then and there. Started playing it, and we're gonna see what I experienced back then. Back when this game was new and still had a lot of buzz, but not quite the same amount of buzz that it has today. You're probably familiar. I don't have to warn you too much about the content. But yeah, this game's super fucked up. I might spoil a little bit along the way, assuming that people are familiar with the game. I won't do that too badly, though. So if this is somehow the first time you're ever seeing the game, this should be a reasonably adequate way of experiencing it. I don't know how you would have gotten this far without it, but nonetheless, let us get into Hotline Miami. All the good and all the bad. With a fresh save file here. Dumped right into a tutorial with a snot-nosed bum telling us how to kill people. Note the controls that we are presented here. I am playing this game on the PS3. An absolutely absurd thing to do. But I'm doing it anyway. I prefer to play games on consoles. I've also played it on the PC, like normal humans have. But this playthrough, PS3 version. Introduced to guns, rather unnecessarily. But good to get used to guns sooner than later. They are a bit of a burden in this game. I definitely prefer the melee combat. So we got our weird Lynchian room full of masked monstrosities, telling us cryptic things. Seems rather important, but they are actually not giving us any information. They're asking us questions during an in media res. We don't know anything. How are we supposed to answer these? And they sure are being philosophical. As the door behind us flaps back and forth uncontrollably. Back to April 3rd, our first encounter with that mask. We've got our video game console hooked up to the TV. It's 1989, and it does look like an NES, although a very colorful NES. We've already got some bloody clothes lying around. And our answering machine. Another indication that this is 1989. Oh, it's cookie time. They're doing a really early version of HelloFresh, where they send us cookie ingredients. Open the damn package. These are strange cookie ingredients. We are to go get a briefcase and dump it at F32. That means nothing. But we're on our way. Time to go reenact this game's live-action trailer. I'm also going to edit in what songs play during what levels, because this game doesn't do that. The sequel to this game does that, and most Hotline Miami-inspired games also do that. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to do the same myself. Fix that in editing. Because the soundtrack is the best thing about the game, by far. Not to say the game is without its own merits. The gameplay in Hotline Miami is phenomenal. I love it. Incredibly fast-paced. Every single kill is hyper-satisfying. And every death is hyper-satisfying. I am doing this with live commentary, which is a miserable idea. This game expects you to die a lot. The tiniest of mistakes will be lethal. So deaths are usually not very costly, but you can get a lot of deaths very quickly. Hey, we got our first achievement. And a little symbol back here. No indication of what it means. Just a circle with 3 lines. So we can't put down this goddamn briefcase. We gotta whack everybody with it then. And so we've done. The day is saved. But if we creep around over here, we can find this tiny purple dot all the way in the corner. When we get close to it, it starts bouncing up and down, just begging us to grab it. And we get the letter U. So we are dressed as an animal, we're teaching kids how to spell. This is an educational game. This is kind of a weird thing, where we're delivering a briefcase to a dumpster in the back alley. None of the other missions in the game are like this. All the other missions are just kill everybody. But this one, we actually have to, do some espionage. It's never explained why, but this mission is different from every other mission in the entire game. Now here's another very important thing. Here's our goal, but right next to it, off to the left here, is a mask called Russell, exclusive to the console versions of this game. So if you play this game on PC like a normal human being, you have never seen this mask. So I'm going to show that off. I'm also going to show off killing this poor hobo. And puking on his corpse's face. The ultimate degradation. Now that moment is meant to humanize our character here, after we've just killed a bunch of people. I strongly believe that this is not important, but I'm not hooked up to the internet, so I can't upload my score to the leaderboard. I'm sure it would not rank too highly anyway. Anyway, our character vomited in disgust after what he had done, which I believe is meant to indicate that our character is green and not very used to murder. The second game refutes that, but I don't believe they had that planned when they originally made this game. In between each of our killing sprees, we will unwind by hitting a local shop and meeting a shopkeeper and acquiring something to relieve some stress. I think this is a 6-pack back here. Looks like it anyway, and he supplied it to us free of charge. What a guy. In the context of the second game, there are other ways to interpret why we would have thrown up after our little killing spree. But I do believe they retconned quite a bit when they made the second game. Here's another important thing that gets explored a lot more in the second game. A newsletter from... well, we'll see what it's from. Our character has expressed interest in a cause. America is a tune. It must be sung together. From 50 Blessings. I believe this is the only reference to 50 Blessings in this entire game. At least the only explicit one. I could be wrong. We'll see as we go through the game. But it is ridiculously important what 50 Blessings is, and its nature. And we can gather from what we just read that it is some sort of nationalist organization. Some sort of America First bullshit. You probably know my stances on nationalism and patriotism and whatever else you want to call it. I think it sucks. Always. I can spoil now that the game ultimately does come down on the side that this nationalist organization is bad. So, good. I would hate for it to eventually be revealed that we are some kind of Nazi. But, yeah, the 50 Blessings is bad. And we willingly signed up for their newsletter, it seems like. And now we get messages on our phone. After we get those messages, we go somewhere and we kill a bunch of people. Let's repeat the cycle. Our first real chapter, the first level we played, was just an intro. We unlocked Rasmus for getting a high score in that level, but we also unlocked Russell, our console exclusive mask. Let's try it out. And turn the game black and white. Not exactly an improvement, but yeah, we'll give it a fair shake. It's not all black and white. The blood's still red. Yeah. So this is Mad World mode. Everything's black and white, except the blood. We got a bad gun with only 2 shots in it. But it's gonna have to get the job done. One of the idiosyncrasies about this game is that gunshots are the only things that make sound, which will lure enemies. They can't hear weapons crashing people's brains into the walls or whatnot. They can't hear much of anything. And half the time they can't hear guns going off across a paper-thin wall. Yep, there's another guy down there. Didn't hear that gunshot. It'll be his undoing. Before we leave, that was the entire level. That's why I didn't feel too bad about ruining it with this mask, this gimmick mask. We can't tell that the dot is purple, but it's over here. One of those in every level. And our symbol, a circle with 3 lines. Doesn't actually make any plot-relevant sense that it would be here. But that was the entire level. Simple as that. And we got a horrible grade. Still managed to unlock the new mask. If your grade is too low, you actually do not unlock the new mask, but it's a good thing we did, because Tony's a fan favorite. Looks like the same guy has got himself a new job. It's been about a week since our last killing spree. He has found new employment. The convenience store didn't work out for him, so now he's peddling pizzas, which is still plenty honorable. And he's still giving us free stuff. Good dude. He knows we've been through a lot. So, we got a little newspaper clipping here. 6 bodies found at the location where we killed 6 people. What a coincidence. But they were peddling illegal drugs. Apparently, according to the cops. You know, they would never lie. Oh, someone saw a monster leaving the scene. We are something of a monster in our bull mask. Oh, and apparently we are addicted to heroin. We need to stop by the methadone clinic to help us kick the habit. Get off that white pony. Every single one of these messages has mentioned discretion. Yet we still managed to get spotted by a witness. Good thing we wear our mask and collect new masks with each week that we rack up more kills. Slap a new mask on. I believe our character has a bit more sentimentality than he's letting on. So Tony, anytime we punch someone, they die. I'm gonna bring out Rasmus instead, just to show that off. He'll help us find the secrets. We should look up the hallway. We don't need to. Wish we had Tony there, though. We got by just fine without him. There's that guy who shot us last time. Here's a opportunity to show something off on this urinating individual. Actually, I'm not going to show it off just yet, because it would be costly if he were to kill me. Oh, I took him hostage. Didn't mean to show that off. We're not going to keep him. So yeah, if you're holding a shotgun, or most of the guns, you can pick up downed enemies, use them as human shields. Not a frequently used feature in this game. Not many opportunities to use it. Especially given my relative distaste for the guns in this game. Because I'm playing it on console, I'm playing it on a controller, which puts me at a severe disadvantage over PC players playing it on mouse and keyboard. I'm having a hard time with the beginning of this floor here. I should have gone through the other door. I like the other side of this area much better for getting a start. Ooh, he's got a knife. Knives are obscenely overpowered. I love them. There's a mask that starts off the knife, and it's probably my favorite mask. But once you get a knife, you can just hold the attack button and dance with that thing. Here's the main reason why I like starting on this side of the level normally. It gives us the pan of hot water. We don't have any good targets to use the pan on. So, we'll get ourselves a gun. Where's the nearest gun? Where are all the damn guns? Whatever. We can shoot through this wall because it's yellow. So, that didn't kill him. Awkward. I hit him. He spouted blood. But he didn't die. That can happen. In addition to this game being very costly if you make any mistakes, you can also just be subject to misfortune. And that'll also be costly through no fault of your own. So let's take this seriously, get this thing done. Another drawback to playing this game on console is that sometimes the game will just hang. Fairly frequently, in fact. That would have been a perfect subject for our hot water. But there's one guy left. Let's Give him the hot water. We can lock onto him, which is an interesting feature. Makes the controls a little bit more manageable. And we burned his face up good. Hell of a way to go. And he was a gamer too. Look at him there with his NES hooked up behind the CRT TV. Now over here is a second mask we can get. Someone else attempted to raid this place. Another masked killer like ourselves. They did not fare nearly as well. Actually, we didn't fare very well, so can't blame them, actually. Now, we just got to find our dot. Rasmus should be helping with it. We gotta find that all-important letter. Sometimes you can splatter a corpse on top of the secret letter, and then you're gonna have a hard time finding that secret letter. We can explore every aspect of the level. Not much to see down here on the first level, though. I believe it is near this thing. Yeah, I can't see it at all. Tragic. Up, there it is. See it over by the guy we burned with the hot water. Right by his hand. He's grabbing it for us. He was trying to help, and the Rasmus effect is it bounces whether or not we are close to it to help us spot it a little more easily. But once you know what you're looking for, it is not that hard to find, despite the difficulty I just had. We are out of there anyway, with probably 2 new masks. And a new weapon. Yep. Aubrey. And Earl. And a samurai sword. As we accrue points, we will gradually unlock weapons. Oh, this guy again. He's having a real hard time on the job scene. He's a bit of a nationalist himself. I mean, he's nice to us, which suggests that we are kind of, America First type ourselves. But, he's got good taste in movies, at least. And he's given us one on the house for our evening entertainment. Nothing like watching murder to unwind from committing numerous murders. Still collecting evidence of our own crimes. Our character, he loves his trophies. Which is a bit disturbing there. Oh, but hey, we got a hot date lined up tonight. They didn't emphasize discretion, but they did suggest that we should wear our mask. Always good idea to wear a mask, folks. If you take one thing away from this video, wear a mask. And if it happens to be an animal mask, all the better. Now, Aubrey gives us more guns, which means there are certain spawn points in each level that will randomly generate guns, or weapons. And Aubrey means they will be more likely to be guns when they are randomly generated. Earl can survive 2 bullets. I've tried this a bunch of times. I don't think it works. Like, I'm pretty sure that that's just glitched. So we're playing as Tony. But I didn't use Tony there. Our character has the ability, if you just walk up to an enemy and press A, you will rip their throat out, Roadhouse style. Another feature that you don't get a lot of opportunities to use. But it's a good one. Some fucked up shit going on over here. See, this guy is watching the security cameras. There's a security camera right here. That's what this little rectangle is. He's just watching us kill everybody. Not gonna interrupt his meal for it. Told you the knife was OP. Yep, we're sticking with it. Might be a bad idea. I regret nothing. I regret a little bit. So, dodge the gunfire. Whatever. Knives are also very good for getting rid of downed enemies. Once an enemy is knocked down, you do have to finish them off. And if you have a blunt weapon, it takes forever. Do our first trapdoor spidering, where we hop out of a door, hop right back in, lure the enemy over. Job well done. Handled like a champ. I mentioned that you can splatter corpses onto the secret. The secret is right here, with 2 bodies on top of it. Let's put down our knife. Get a big pump-action shotgun. Double barrel. Yep. He watched us kill everybody. Now he's ready to kill us himself. Or perhaps not. This is obviously much more difficult if you don't have a shotgun, because he is immune to knives, blunt weapons. I think he's even immune to the rifles. I'm pretty sure you have to have a shotgun to knock him down, and you have to do it twice before you can kill him. But he's done for. That just leaves one last living soul in this ruined building. Quite a morbid situation for her. There are very dark implications as to what was going on there. Our character is having none of it. We are gonna rescue her, because that's the kind of guy he is. They really try to make our character out to be a good dude. And storytelling in the Hotline Miami series is very, very clumsy. They show everything off with very broad actions. Oh, here's the same guy again, since I seem to need to point that out. He gives us a weird-looking drink. Looks more like a bong than a drink. But I'm pretty sure it is supposed to be a drink. So we take that. All of these people scattered all around the bar here are they're avatars of the people who made the soundtrack to this game. Pretty sure it's just these handful here and this guy. And also you can't tell who the hell they are because it's top down. But very, very minor tribute to the people who did such excellent work. This game really did make sort of a revolution in the music scene when it came out. Put Vaporwave on the map in a big way. Anyway, Chapter 2. We're back in our David Lynch room, getting yelled at by masked people again. The door's not flapping around this time, though. We discussed Rasmus. Kinda on Rasmus's side here. Like I said, they do a lot to try and humanize our murderer. And they go through some very broad strokes to do so. So these are important questions. Do you like hurting other people? Obviously. Who are leaving messages on your answering machine? I believe the developers are not American themselves, which is weird that they wrote a story that so heavily involves American exceptionalism. But English may not be their first language. Yeah, that's close enough to proper English. That's technically something you could say without raising an eyebrow, but it is a bit awkward. Who are leaving messages on your answering machine? And where are you right now? That's an important one, which we will not be answering in this video. And why are we having this conversation? That's a less important one. Back to the old cycle. We've brought a friend this time. Apparently we rescued her from a movie producer. They're trying to smear us, but that was a real Harvey Weinstein motherfucker that we took out there, so once again, making us look good against all odds. We got a bit of a part-time job ourselves, like our bearded friend who we see at the end of every mission. Gotta go fix a power outage. Quick and clean. Probably shouldn't bother our new housemate. Just be on our way. She doesn't need to know what we're up to. She's seen enough of it. Recklessness is rewarded is a reference to how to get high scores in this game. Lethal Doors is pretty decent. It's our new mask. Don Juan, who's been talking to us in the mystery room. And what else we got? Bunch of garbage. Definitely not putting on Russell again. Let's try out Earl, see if that works for us. It won't. I wish I'd brought Tony so I could punch that dog to death. This pipe here, that spot that I grabbed it from, is one of the random weapon spawn points. That's where the weapons we unlock will occasionally appear. Ooh, we got a boon there. When people crawl around like that, it means you can snap their neck for bonus points. But when you do that, you drop your weapon, and if you don't have a weapon, you can't kill dogs. But dogs can still kill you. Samurai time. That's always a good thing. Yeah. The samurai sword is excellent. It's much slower than the knife, but much longer. Watch this. Yeah. Rolled their heads across the ground. This game's graphics are very minimalist. They do so much with them. It's amazing. Peekabooed the wrong guy. Oh, yeah. Tried to trapdoor in there. Didn't quite work out. Whoop. Missed with my baseball bat. That won't get you very far. Ooh. Thought he was not going to shoot me there for a second. Oh, there was a knife. There's still a knife. Okay, we're going whirling dervish mode now. Didn't work out. I got a little overzealous. When you get him kicked up against the wall like that, that's a good thing for you. Because it means you can kill them without having to climb on top of them and do a really slow animation. Ooh, he's got a knife. Hand it over. Just got our last two guys. Oh, I had a good chance to get him. I'm playing this super safe because we're on the last enemy. We'll play with the gun. I'm terrible at using the guns, but they can really speed things up. Also, I think There are thugs in this part? Nah, there aren't. But if there were, there are certain enemies that can only be killed with guns. Bring everyone over to me. Kill them all. As is my American duty. Ugh. I do hate that this game goes there and doesn't handle it as well as I would like. Oh, we got purple dots over here, but they are merely billiard balls. Cover your ears. Here's a famous part wherein everyone's heads explode, especially the guy who was tied to a chair in here. And here's where our purple dot is. So, only 2 enemies remain. We can zoom in to get a close look at them. Important to note that they are kneeling down behind tables, and they will only stand up when we are in line of sight, and they can only be hit while they're standing up. So we have to get them to stand up, which requires that they see us first. Obviously very manageable, but it does add a little layer to dealing with them. It can be frustrating if you don't realize that that's what's going on because of the top-down perspective. But we got through that. First floor was kind of rough. Second floor, no problem. We're rolling right along. And we got Graham. When I first played this game, Graham was my favorite mask. I used it for the vast majority of the game because it was in the trailer. I felt like I was the guy in the trailer. Also, the effect of Graham is quite good. Makes us run faster. Once again, he doesn't want our money. Oh, I missed something kind of important there. This splattered corpse here is a guy in a mask. And if I hadn't run straight into the store here, I would have seen a group of mobsters surrounding him and threatening his life. Because he was alive a moment ago, we missed his execution. I mean, I assume he's in a mask. You can't really tell from this angle and this amount of blood. Oh well. But it seems like that may not have actually occurred. Our player character may be a little on the unreliable side. Several masked suspects at the scene. That's not how I recall it. Our housemate is making herself at home, taking the bathroom. Permanently, we can't go in there. But we have a job to do. We've gotten into the pest control business. In this case, they are barely even putting any nuance on their lie. We are doing some pest control, at least in their view. Killing Russians. At least that's who they're xenophobic against. Russian people. If they gotta be. Oh, also, I was wearing the Survive 2 Bullets mask throughout that whole level, and you saw me get shot. I died in one hit. Like, I don't think that mask works as intended. Knife delivery service. Conveniently, just coming right to us. We've got a crowbar here. Oh. I'll point that out again, because it seems like it's a random spawn. But it's not, it's always a crowbar in that spot. Very important that it always be a crowbar. Nope, katana. Can't pass up on a katana, even though it is, in most ways, worse than the knife. So I'm not great at Hotline Miami, but I've been playing Hotline Miami 2, and the hardest levels in Hotline Miami are easier than the easiest levels in Hotline Miami 2. Like, the sequel to this game is basically a Kaizo hack of Hotline Miami. It gets utterly ridiculous. Ugh, last guy. Needless to say, though, I would not be playing Hotline Miami 2 with live commentary. That would go real bad. Be quite unwatchable. Whereas this is hopefully just barely watchable. Oh yeah. Uh-oh, that's bad. So the crowbar is now in an inaccessible position, so I wanted to die there. Get rid of these guys. The beer bottle here is one of the unlockable weapons. I don't know why, because it's bad. I threw it there, it went over the dog's head, and knocked down another guy. But the beer bottle can't kill people, so why use it? And it breaks when you throw it. Whew. Took a real risk there. Covering such a huge distance on a guy with a gun. Whew, that was lucky. And it got me an achievement. Should probably bring a gun, but whatever. If I need one, I'll take one. Already got our secret. Obviously, you can get them whether or not you've completed the level. Oh, here's a mechanic I haven't shown off. I hope it works. I'm going to throw this knife at this guy in the corner. Knocked him down, and I killed him. Very good. You can throw your melee weapons to hit enemies at range, if need be. And there we go. Had a little trouble at first, but we are out of here. Or are we? Crowbar time. If instead of going to the car, we go all the way around the level and crack open the sewer, we can find a little secret area with a friend. All just a bad dream. Rest well, Jones. We can't read this little letter down here. But, we got here in time for him to speak his last words personally. So let's take his mask. Probably wear it to our next little, killing spree. See if we can't make him look good posthumously by posing as him. Oh, Dennis is my favorite mask, though. That's the one that starts with a knife. And we unlocked a Magnum. That's great, I guess. Bearded guy, back at the pizza place. Maybe he's just keeping multiple jobs. I didn't think the economy was that bad that you'd have to do that back in '89, but bearded guy telling us otherwise. He's probably not getting paid too well since he gives away everything that the shop sells for free. But we get another free pizza. So I'm not complaining. We're getting a bit notorious, as you would expect. Seem to be sort of a vigilante movement of one guy. Although there are other guys, they just aren't faring as well as us. They keep getting murdered. It's kill or be killed out there. Off we go to another mission. They really felt the need to emphasize that janitor. Must be really, really, really important. Spoilers, it is. So we got Dennis. I wish to start with Dennis. I'm not going to use Dennis. We'll play with Jones because Jones... more gore when you wear Jones. So, when we do this, you get more blood everywhere. And we're here for the gore, so... this part can be quite difficult. I am surprised it's gone this well. Yeah. Wasn't gonna last long. This is the hard part of the level. We'll try the shotgun again, since it worked so well this last time. But we gotta kill all the restaurateurs, all of whom are armed with SMGs that will fire ridiculous amounts of bullets. And kill the diner. Drop him right in his plate of spaghetti. And get another gun, so we can get the assault rifle or an SMG of our own. I'll take it. First things first, we want to spray it blindly across the hallway. Kill a bunch of people. Then it suggests we climb out this window. Why not? And even though we are turned away from the window, we see another janitor. Gets highlighted. Yeah. I always theorized that those janitors were based off the two guys who made Hotline Miami. And my very brief research suggests that that is very much the case. One guy survived. There we go. Now, we have a little opportunity here to get a fire axe and kill that last guy in the bathroom. Rude. On the PC version, that's an achievement. There it is. Also on the PS3 version. Good to know. Had to try it. There are a lot of ridiculous bullshit achievements like that in this game. I am not going to get all of them. But I knew about that one. So I figured, why the hell not? You can always get that, that fire axe in that same spot. And use it to execute that guy. Everyone's talking about these killings. Maybe we shouldn't be talking too much to this guy since he's apparently friends with a cop. Might turn us in, but... what could he possibly know? See, he's our friend. Once again, slipping us a free VHS. And apparently, we've moved all of our trophies to our guest bed. 3 politicians. A heavy blow for the Russo-American Coalition. So apparently what we just did was a bit of a political assassination. Those 2 diners and the guy in the toilet, they were politicians of some sort. Apparently Russian politicians. We are sort of sending us back into a Cold War with our horrible misdeeds. Oh, we've been hired as a janitor, too. Apparently that's a very prestigious occupation in this universe. Since the 2 janitors we just met were so goddamn important. On to Neighbors. No more Jones. What should we do? Graham's a good choice. George is what we just unlocked. It increases our look distance, but Dennis is my favorite. We're wearing Dennis. And we get ourselves a knife. So the big guy there, he can only be killed with a gun. And ideally, a shotgun. We'll see what happens when you use lesser guns, but shotguns, instant kill him. Just knock him right on his ass. Drops him dead right there. But if you try to hit him with anything else, he is not gonna flinch. And that includes, like, pistols and assault rifles. He will keep coming at you if you hit him with one of those things. Next floor. Just hold the attack button. Let everyone else wander into the thresher. Oh, got a little overzealous. Got kind of stuck on the corner of the wall there. I do that a lot when I do my trapdoor spidering. That guy there, he got knocked down by the gun of the other guy when I knocked him down. Rather, slit his throat. But speaking of guns, we're gonna need one. That'll do. If I'm not mistaken, our secret might be on this floor. Let's see if we can spot it. The way I originally found all the secrets when I first played this game was to press my face up against every surface in every level and repeatedly tap the A button like I'm doing right now. Only this time it's the X button, because we're on a PlayStation. I've only ever played this game with a controller, even when I played the PC version. So, there we go. When we shoot him with an assault rifle, he keeps coming, but eventually bleeds out and drops dead. Very good information to have, which you would normally only get through trial and error. I can't find where I threw my knife. My beloved knife. Should be over here. Don't need it. We'll take a pan. We'll be at a disadvantage, but we'll get the job done. I trust me. But yeah, you have to get used to the fact that enemies can't hear other enemy gunshots. They can only hear your gunshots. Oh. Phone call. So we've got more business to take care of. despite the fact that our mission here is technically concluded. They've got more for us to do. No rest for our murder machine. Gotta find this damn dot. Must be on the first floor, because that's the only part I haven't fully gone through. There it is. By the TV here. I was actually right by this section and didn't spot it. But I'm wasting time now. There we go. Off to a second location. The Phonecalls Center. Which, well, those janitors, I wish they were here right now. Because the place is a damn mess. And we got some sign of life. Not for long. One of us is gonna die. So this can be a fairly difficult fight. If he gets you cornered, he will do that. Yeah. Instant kill ya. He is every bit as deadly as we are. Have to imagine that he's another one of the masked operatives who has gone rogue. Wiped out what is, at the very least, a base of operations under the control of our mysterious callers. Although the fact that this is a phone center of sorts suggests that these probably are the mysterious callers. When he throws the cleaver, that can kill us as well. Of course. Everything is one-hit kill in this game. Which was very much the style in 2012 when this game came out. Super Meat Boy was very new and beloved. So games with tight controls where you die instantly and then immediately respawn anytime you make a mistake, all the rage. And it's a great style of gameplay, when done properly. I do think Hotline Miami, for the most part, does it properly, at least in the first game. We seem to have prevailed. Oh yeah, we definitely prevailed. Might as well have a little more fun. There's no one left to tell that we've done a little property damage on our way out. So we got revenge. We saved the day. The mysterious callers can keep calling us and making us go kill a bunch of people. Oh, we actually didn't get the time bonus. How humiliating. But we got a new mask, and it's adorable. We can be a collie. Got ourselves a new persona to add to the list. We're kinda glum this evening, and all the musicians have cleared out of the bar. So not much of a party tonight. Even the bartender's not feeling so great. Not since San Francisco has been this bad. Another weird looking drink. Yep, even the passed out guy on the floor managed to clean himself up. Get the hell out. Might as well do the same. So, part 3 we will save for the next video. Visitations will be how we start part 2 of a Let's Play Hotline Miami. think 2 parts for one video is enough. So at this point in the game, I was 100% all in. I could not have been happier with my purchase of Hotline Miami when I played up to the Neighbors level back in 2012. I had a much rougher time with it than what you just saw. The gameplay did not come very naturally to me, and in particular that boss fight really wrecked my day. That took a million tries to get through. But I was happy to do it. Like, up to this point in the game, I was planning to 100% this game. Just get everything. I was very, very invested in the story and everything that was going on. Really had to figure out why these mysterious phone calls were being left on my message machine. Why they were prompting me to kill. It's a very engaging story, and obviously the atmosphere and the graphics and the sheer impact of every kill in this game, very, very satisfying. I was super, super into it. And I still enjoyed quite a bit, but we'll get to why I have my complaints about Miami. And I won't keep you in suspense. I will wrap this up, and I'll see you next time.